Growth strategy number 7, relationship marketing system. This is your database, but it's bigger than that. You do need to have a database of people that you've actually worked with. You do need to maintain contact with them, and you have to do it in such a way that you're actually just checking in with them, providing service to them, maintaining regular follow-up and those types of things. From your database, you can get 2 different things. One will be a referral to somebody else in sales talk, or they'll get a friend that'll want to work with you. Because nowadays we don't ask for referrals, we ask for, hey, you know what, I can help your friend if you want. That's how we do it now. We don't use the word referral, if at all possible, because it doesn't work, except for Sharif. We were talking about that at supper. Hey, I haven't got any referrals from you lately. And I'm like, okay, so that blows my theory right out the window. But he has a way of talking with people. People know where he's coming from, and it's kind of like a little bit of tongue-in-cheek, and that's his style. And so you got to be true to you. Don't get a script that doesn't work for you, and ask for referrals. But for you to turn around and say, you know what, I enjoyed working with you. If you've got friends or family, let them know that I'll give them, help them out, answer all their questions, and just let them know that they should come to me and they should tell me that you're connected. Keep it simple, and it'll work a lot better. Because the word referral nowadays means a lot different than it did 5 years ago even. So you got to watch that. When it comes to the database, you should know how much you get out of your database every year in both those categories. Every industry has a different number, but it typically is going to be a number that you can see coming out when it comes to people using the database every single year. So depending on the life cycle of what it is you provide, you might get people back every 3 years, and the question is how many, or you might get them back every 5 years. So in the real estate industry, we get a few people in the real estate industry, you will find that if you have a database of 100 people, you're going to have people in your database are going to use you 6% of the time. So that means this number, you're going to get 6 sales from people in your database every year, 6 to 8. So if you're in real estate, that's what it looks like. Every industry is slightly different. Mortgage brokers will be slightly different, but they could be actually more, which is wonderful. And then the referrals take time to build. They take about 3 years to build. So you need to track that. If you're not tracking it, how many people track their database at all? So if I said to you how many people are in your database, could you guys guess? Yeah. Is it a phone book, or is it do you have a list of people? Right? So that would be a good place to start. Get a list compiled of people you would call your database. Because inside your database, just to explain what happens, is you get people that'll use you again, and so those are people that'll use you again. Then you get cheerleaders. Cheerleaders will send you how many deals a year? 1 or 2 usually. They'll talk to a friend or a family member on your behalf, and it'll just come up in conversation. So you get a couple out of those. Those are cheerleaders. They like you enough to actually refer you to a family member. That's a cheerleader. If you get somebody that's an advocate, they're way different. They're turning around, they're making it a business. They're the ones that are running around, and they'll drag you if you walk into a social event, and they'll introduce you to everybody, and they'll be saying, "No, he's absolutely wonderful. She's absolutely wonderful. You've got to talk to him. You need him now." Go. And they're like that. That's that kind of person. So if you get an advocate, you only need about 2 of those, and your business changes overnight. And then you better treat them nice, right? And if they want to be friends and they want to come and hang out your pool, no sweat. We're in, right? So you got to know how that works. But your database is very critical to your success. Otherwise, you got to keep hunting for new business. And that is a lot of work. So your database is actually 3 times more effective than any other form of any kind of form of marketing that you're going to do, any form of prospecting you're going to do.